Alright, welcome back to Terra Invicta. This will be our episode 5 of our Humanity First playthrough. I want to try to get into this really quick. I want to keep the more gameplay in these videos. One of the biggest comments, or one of them, is Paul Van Buggernum. Said, nice, but 30 minutes of reacting to comments will get out of hand if your channel grows. Well, that is the dream. But for right now, I think the comments are, I try to read all of them, because that is, at the end of the day, that is the entire point of this series, is to read the comments and to interact on an episode-to-episode basis, because, well, that's the whole point. It's a community playthrough of Terra Invicta. It's good that you do it, but try to keep it shorter or sprinkle it through the video. So, the reason I like to go over them mass at the beginning of the video is usually for the first 3 or 4 episodes at this point, there was a lot of course correction that was done nearly immediately. So I think I'm going to try to get through the big ones first, and mainly do the bigger comments first, but also generally as I do gameplay. So in actual downtime, we will go over comments. Clear out that. I think we're mid-mission phase. Yep, so we'll let the globe start spinning. We'll go to the next comment. So, Duper Da said mild spoilers, so don't read if you want that. So if you don't want spoilers, I'm not exactly sure what's covered here, but if you are not wanting spoilers, this is probably not the best series to watch. There goes our assassination in America. Resume. But yeah, so we'll continue on now that everybody who didn't want the spoilers should be gone. So Duper Da says, I've accidentally found a way to cheese alien retaliation. Once they park motherships over Earth, they prefer to use them for retaliation over assembling other fleets to do it, even if the motherships aren't on Earth at the moment to do so. The cheese comes in by building point defense modules on your Tier 1 stations and lasered arrays in your Tier 2 stations around Earth, so the aliens won't attack them over Tier 1s. Having the PD causes a battle to occur, and if you auto-resolve the battle, the PD will be destroyed, but the mothership will run too low on Delta V, causing it to return to a refueling station and not destroy the rest of the station. This loops infinitely as far as I've experienced it. The mothership will come back to Earth, blow up a PD, then leave again. If the aliens decide to pair another ship with the mothership, this doesn't work. But I've never seen them get more than 2 stations before having to refuel. A side benefit is that it will delay the aliens landing armies on Earth massively, since their landing ships will either be running around on retaliation missions or returning for fuel. So that's interesting. We will definitely keep an eye out for that and try to use it. So let's take a quick look here. We're looking mainly, of course, for orgs that provide administration. Not looking like we got lucky. Anybody ready to level up? Yep. Go ahead and bump administration. And
where do you need me?
You
ready?
Do we have somebody has been found? Anyone was super low. Not low enough to be considered an alien, so we'll continue to look for people in the United States of America.
Ready for your orders.
He is still detained from the last episode. That sucks. I want to take this person. Not enough information for a hostile takeover.
Ready to go.
We'll continue to look. This person has no admin, so I don't think they have admin orgs. So we'll go ahead and spend a little special ops, just a tiny bit, because we need it for assassinations at this point. Continue on.
Lending my expertise.
Elijah Snow says, I think 24 hours might not be fully necessary. Full day with YouTube timing in it is plenty. So yeah, generally, the way I'm sort of feeling these out is, one, there's people who leave comments on older videos, which is fine. It's just kind of harder to see them, and also the relevance of them becomes more minute as time goes on, because they might be comments about the economy. There's something that really is not entirely prevalent by the time a comment is left on episode 2 and we're going on now recording episode 5. So Avril Real returning commenter, says, to clarify, I was suggesting something like 5% economy investment just to keep it slowly ticking up and to help reduce the unrest caused by democratizing and developing them. Yeah, so I sort of got that going. But yeah, I did misinterpret your point there, Alvareal. But I do remember what you're talking about, because you were talking about just pumping knowledge would screw up because of the low GDP. So I think for now it's at a decent spot. If things start going too crazy, I'll probably course adjust. But right now, just a couple turns of a counselor. We'll bump this up because I don't want to waste a counselor there. Yep, so we got the mission. That's a good chunk of influence boost for us for the first base on Mars. And yeah, we get boom, 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 boom. All of our starting boys. Next comment. Here we go. Agent Rhino. I'm pretty sure you're also a returning commenter. Thought I'd try this as Exodus myself. Got lucky with Resistance taking China and Academy taking USA, with myself starting in India and a small EU, Germany and France combined. So Resistance and China, Academy, USA, you and India, and a small EU. That sounds like, other than China, you've got anti-alien kind of chalked up. Oh no, China, Resistance in China, Academy, USA, and you with India, EU. And then eventually owning all of EU and Russia, leaving the pro-aliens with literal just shitholes. Humanity first in initiative, got all the secondary countries. Well, that seems very ideal. Got most of Mars, with initiative taking one spot that I eventually bought off them for like 50 of 1,200 or so boost. AI really values boost late into the game for some reason. I've noticed that. I think that has to do with something of the fact that I have yet to see the AI build a colony ship. That could just be to priority set, but who knows. But yeah, I've yet to see them really build colony ships, so that might be the reason they value the boost, because they think it's the only way to actually settle something. He says that with a solid economy from Mars, I've stacked nanofactories and research campuses to get about plus 1 to 2k money per month and about 10k science per month. Now that I have Marscovia, it is about to probably double or triple as I go into Mercury. Only issue I have is bugger all nobles. So, yeah, the old noble metals. All this by about 2034, and I'm about 2/3 of the way down to the defense techs ready to go for when aliens go apeshit for absolutely fucking no reason. Screwed me last time. This time I'm gonna be ready. Also, Orion drives are actually low-key pretty good. Also, big bomb go bang. Yeah, so for the only thing I can help on the aliens going apeshit for absolutely no reason is basically, this is my general understanding. This is probably loose and has some holes in it, but this is the alien hate thing. This will update every single time the aliens do an action upon you. It's never in a completely accurate scale. You start at 0 resting point. If you want to think about it like a relations meter, the farther to the right, the closer they are to wanting to kill you. Every time they blow up any of your stuff, that pushes the bar left, and the floor of that bar will eventually, the minimum hate threshold will continue to push right the more MC you have. So pre MC hate, like pre the buff to having more MC, the floor was around 90 for being able to get away with like 1 or 2 major things before they'd get pissed and blow shit up. Now probably it's pretty safe to sit around sub 100 and get away with 1 or 2 things every couple of months. So yeah, that's about my biggest thing for knowing when they go ape shit. I know destroying like directly one of their stations in one of their mining bases probably will make them hate spiral permanently at that point, because there is an event pop-up that says like us destroying, I think it is for their alien stations, it's something along the lines of this will cause them to interpret this as a direct act of war if, you know, you feel like you've been fighting the war forever. So that's probably the sign that like the alien hate doesn't matter anymore. They're just gonna go ape shit. Elijah Snow, 2 thoughts. 1, I found that managing 2 explosive economies is super tricky. I think you're doing a great job. But both India and China have a very powerful potential to get out of hand with very small relative increases in GDP. I respect the Mars strategy you're using, but my most recent playthrough, the RNG for resources ended up meaning that 1/3 of the planet I didn't take really wasn't worth it for me to take. Lots of bad resource rolls for me. When that happens, I think you need to be prepared to pivot. I did so to Ceres and Mercury in order to handle the resource loads. That's very true. I think the Martian sites that I got are really, really good. I mean, generally, I think all of these sites on Mars have something good. I think every site I took has at least something stand out about it. I got okay about a noble metals. Not really that good of fissiles. I was corrected wrong in the last episode I mentioned, but if you didn't see that. 22.9, holy shit, look at this. Fissiles. RNGesus blessed the Albert crater, so marine transport at some point will be visiting this crater to take that off their hands. I've started to send probes to asteroids to complete surveys to try to find myself some more noble metals. The aliens have landed on Ceres, so I genuinely don't want to screw with that. But yeah, like I can send one here. Send one here. Really anything that has like that 0 to 5 noble metals, I'm kind of interested in. This one's a pretty good one if it rolls high. That one's kind of interesting, but it's like way out there, yeah. Sometimes little optical... So this is a really good one. If I roll high on that, that could be really worth it. Yeah, this has some water. Could be okay. This one's pretty good. It doesn't take much money or boost to do this, so it's not bad to prospect. It's relatively cheap. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's the price of sending one base out here in terms of boost is about what you're going to pay. Like this. Oh. 135 Hertha could be amazing. Look at this. Holy crap. The price of like scanning these, scanning like 50 asteroids is the price of sending like one base to an asteroid, so you might as well do your due diligence in scanning any of these. So I don't want to find a platform. I want to scan. Launch probes. So it definitely is worth it to give a little scano. I think if I actually head into... There is a better way to do this. Not by doing habs, though. Maybe that's only when you're burning from ships and it shows you every asteroid, but I don't think it'll actually show me what I want to know, which is like these all in one huge list. I could be wrong. I could be completely misremembering, and there totally is a thing that allows me to see every object in space. But for now, at least, yeah, like this one, good nobles there. I'm just gonna poke around for a little bit here. Those are really out-dwarfed planets in the Kuiper Belt. Here's of course Ceres. 1 to 11. 8 to 13. That one's just high overall. Guaranteed nobles. Guaranteed nobles. Guaranteed nobles. Oh yeah, you know, just doing our due diligence here. Getting some... I mean, you can see how little boost this is actually, like, tanking for us. It's like nothing. We've already found tons and tons of sites with the minimum amount of noble metals being there, being higher than what our best mining spot currently is for noble metals. So it's get to here. No, it's Kuiper Belt. Dwarf planet. So that's probably enough scanning for now. If I wanted to metagame, I'd go much more into it, but I don't really feel like it. Oh. There we go. So let's confirm the rest of these assignments before I go back to reading the comments. Neither are you. Do I even want to bring down? Do I really want to bring down? Do I want to pump it? Who are they at war with? Mbani. It's an African nation, right? Mbani? India, okay. I could reduce. It could be increased.
Your orders?
What's odds of that? Really bad. Ugh. Not seeing alien activity at the moment. Let's go ahead. See if it's over here. If we identified enough. Yep. No, that's return. So this guy in the USA, or lady, orgs, Toman Intelligence, no industries, no mining group. Let's steal that. Space mining output. Yeah, let's go steal that. Spend a little money.
Targeting their assets. Ready to go.
He's chilling overall. So we'll send him to stabilize Pakistan. Stabilizing over here. Good, good.
Ready for my mission.
We'll send you to investigate
Initiating surveillance.
over here. So fighter. Hey, about the chain assassinating, it seems like the AI generally checks control points at the end of the turn if they're over by a certain amount. Not sure how much. Then they abandon until they are close or under it. But that means if you take out several counselors at once and they start losing a lot of influence from being significantly over. Ooh, holy crap. We got a lot more options here. Get back to that comment in a section. Not section. Second. Once we see if there is an administrative thing here. No. So I think we're going to go with the one we already said we were going to go. And the mining group. Yep. Taken. So I want to pause real quick. Yep. So we have the mining group in our back pocket. We can increase this guy's administration by 1. That boost is really good. That's really nice. That's pretty nice for what we're trying to do. Not so much there. But this will make the economy better when we're boosting India, give us a little bit more money to get us back towards that break-even point. And space mining, once that comes online, will help start boosting that a lot better. Here we'll also boost admin. Seer Foundation, nah. We want higher espionage with this guy, which means we could fit that one back on. That's legit. We could also boost command and security, but he's already maxed security. Ops is good. 1 plus 3. Command, best and command. So this is the best one, the Snow Leopard group for us for right now, for the overall stat increase we want and getting more special ops ticking. So we'll let this roll. So yeah, we'll go back to Fighter's comment here.
Intel on our target.
Project Exodus, okay, continue, we don't care about him. They will abandon enough to get influence once the next turn starts, but it can take them several months to save up enough for a counselor if they hit 0. Also, sometimes, they do try to save up for a 60 cost counselor for some reason. This doesn't stop a faction, but it significantly slows them down. I did it twice, early on, to the servants, early in the game, and I'm finishing up, and they never even broke 1k science. I assume by finishing up means you've got your faction objective, you're in full space warfare at that point. And you have apparently literally taken over every country at this point. 30k plus science with 300% boost means I haven't gotten anything worth researching aside from the repeatable CP increase over and over again. And they still haven't researched alien language. So yeah, it's a strong tactic. Oh, also detain agents before trying to turn them for better odds. You may need to detain twice to keep them down long enough for the turn agent roll to go off.
At your service.
Interesting. So we'll try
I'm
that.
here.
First we can send her
On the
there.
way to the target site.
So if we want to turn
Standing
somebody,
by
let's
for
actually try
orders.
detaining them first.
Ready
So
for orders.
investigation's
Ready
good for
orders.
detaining. So let's give that a try. I want to flip this guy. I want to see
We'll
where the
bring
servants
them
are.
in. Ready
It'll
for
speed up
mission.
my assassinating by a lot. It looks like the United States is getting ready to rebel again. At this point, I'm honestly fine with that. So we'll send Arthur Poltz back to advising
Offering
India.
assistance.
Go back to our priorities here.
I
And
will
green
help
line go
them.
up. So we're fine with this. Yep, permanent assignment, okay. I want to give a little check to everybody and the available orgs to make sure there isn't. Yep, increase admin here. She is a persuade bot, so the DeVere Foundation here looks like a perfect fit for something for persuasion. A little bit of everything that she needs. A little bit of a... Oh, there we go. Okay, a little bit of a texture glitch there. I've sometimes noticed that it does that, kind of like bleeds. So let's check this, boost.
Got the package.
Okay, cool. So we detained him. So I want to see if I can't try to turn him. So the only people under resistance exactly at control points, I'm still over. I'm fixing that slowly.
Violence is a bait.
The initiative is way under.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
So we'll see. It's actively a battle there. So our probes are about to arrive to a lot of different places here over time. So yeah, you detain this person in Greenland. So they're detained there. Airvion works, not that interested. You're also a megastar, which means you can't go to ground, which is actually extremely useful because once we've turned them, they can't flip them back with loyalty and immediately go to ground. We're always going to be able to see this person. But hopefully,
Ready.
let's get Arthur Putz
Where
here.
to?
We still need to investigate this person more.
Where to?
So while they're trapped here, I
Initiating
think we can
surveillance.
basically spy on them straight up for free.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, they're like extremely vulnerable.
Tracking target.
So we'll double investigate to make sure we get the 100% investigated.
Offering counsel.
We're gonna do a little bit of unity boosting. Kazakhstan, her loyalty's getting kind of low there. Probably are due for more public opinion boosting in China. I just don't want to boost unity too much in China because we're just now getting cohesion back to a respectable level. Well, not respectable. The 5. We want 5. But pumping knowledge isn't bringing it down. So we'll give 2 value points there, 7% of the GDP towards increasing unity.
Surveillance complete.
That'll make the people like us more. So we can continue on here. Sodium heat sink, molten salt heat sinks. So yeah,
Person of interest surveilled.
yep. So we know exactly who this person is, how they are now. So
Things are stabilizing.
we should be able to
Public
investigate them
opinion
now.
is moving in our
Almost
direction.
peaceful in Pakistan again. Yeah. Completely peaceful in China, but that's because we are just pumping the military score up. Yep, here we go. The servants are using the United States as basically their muscle. Hab module, cool. I would be building armies, but I don't want to tie up C control points yet into building armies when our tech isn't even that good. We have in total 6 armies, or 7, so it's enough if something lands on our in our areas, we can doom stack it
Reporting in.
like a alien megafauna, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see their comment. The Tane agents were trying to turn them for better odds. I'm not seeing here an advantage for them being detained. Mission difficulty, loyalty, difference in ideology. So I assume what you mean by advantage is the fact that they just can't move or go to ground when you're trying to take them. But for all intents and purposes, that
I'm here.
role is pitiful, and they will die.
Ready for orders.
I assume that has on to the fact that generally my persuasion people this campaign are just lackluster is an understatement. We'll spend some special ops and use her to take him out because I want him to blow up that megafauna. Improved maintenance procedures. We'll probably research that next.
Lending my expertise.
I know there's two things that are queued up pretty much after these that I'm definitely need to do. Boosting knowledge, democracy values all around the board.
The target is down.
Yep, take them out for the servants. And that, I think in intel, boom, puts them, yeah, now over their limit. Not by much, but they're in the negative. This number keeps bumping around a lot. I assume it's these other two factions, mainly probably Project Exodus, trying to blow the country up, basically. It looks like universally every country, or not every country, every faction is trying to get boost out of the US and mainly just pump the economy, which is something I haven't seen the AI do before. Usually they're more like this. I normally don't see the AI actually trying to improve the economy. I normally see them building armies, building navies for those armies, boost military, like this, or like this, spoiling here occasionally, some funding. But generally, even this is extremely irregular, such an even spread, at least in my cases. Looks like there's somebody in India, so we're going to investigate them, because that is unacceptable, that there is a non-humanity first agent in India. The population of India is actually overtaken now that of China, which means the ceiling on how far we can grow is now very big.
Heading to the LZ. Standing by.
So Angel here can't investigate, but he can assault. So even though we'll spend a little bit there, it's definitely worth it. We can investigate whoever this is,
Surveilling
because
target.
they're in India.
Your orders?
Right, and we had her chain boosting. In Bangladesh, because that's what we wanted to take over afterwards.
Prepping for mission.
Wait, what?
I will report when my mission is complete. I will report.
Oh, that
when
was a
my mission
misclick.
is complete.
Yikes! Now they're
Mission in
both.
progress.
Offering support.
Yeah, there's a misclick right there. I don't know how that happened, but well, I know how that happened. When you go to click the counselors over here, it does this weird thing
I have
where it
new
shows the
information.
wrong counselor's missions and Jake's the screen around a whole bunch, and it's really annoying. Honestly, it's one of my biggest pet peeves with the game at the moment, is how the assignment phase and all that works. It's kind of eh. It's kind of meh. It really is meh with the little things. Whoa. For free? Weird. Well, Humanity First is on it. By the numbers. Yep, and then his mission will fail because it's already there, or maybe his mission will go
Mission
off.
abort.
Yeah, it's aborted. So we'll need to double investigate this alien. Wow. Probably Angel here. Researches this alien activity.
Ready for my
Yep,
mission.
so Angel, go get the
Headed
alien
there
activity.
Your orders?
It's like really low odds, so low it's not worth it. So I want you going to line up future targets here,
We'll see what they're up to.
and you.
Where do you need me?
Yeah. If I were to attempt a shot right now. Yeah, it's good enough for me.
Target.
Acknowledged.
I'm here.
Angel needs to protect you,
Defending the VIP.
and
What's
you
the op?
need to research the alien activity.
Offering assistance.
Yep, so
I'll keep them safe.
Counselor Angel Concern protects. Protect target of Mr. Yep here. And hopefully we roll the 56% chance. This is Alpha 5. So we checked orbit. Victor 6 is still in orbit, which means there's exactly
Missed the target.
missed. So after this one, there's 4 more aliens somewhere on Earth that need to die.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
I just want to pause real quick. I want to take another look for admin orgs and level ups. So we've got an admin increase here. Nothing for him in command except for this. +2 command is extremely good for him. So we'll slap that on. 18, 15, 6, 11. Yep, all around the same. So we'll get the research. Disappointing that we didn't get the shot there, but 59 is pretty good. Yeah, really. Ugh. And well, that's generally what I expect from the scumbag protectorate. Is wars like that.
Here's
So
what we found.
probably looking at wars all across the world. The US is dropping to only insurgency, so they're probably off the table here soon. Devolve Space Command, we will then research by category and get improved maintenance procedures. Go ahead and nip those problems at the bud before they really surface, and we'll jump up to max speed.
What's
So
the
we're
on?
going right back in for an assassinate with a full send
They won't see me coming.
with a protection of him
Ready for my
and
mission.
immediate
We'll
investigation
recon
of
the
the
site.
alien activity. We are
What's the
boosting
op?
popularity in Bangladesh. China is rising. So we're rising in popularity where we need to be. I'm going to quickly take a peek at rising popularity in the US. Honestly, more than enough.
We'll make our
I'm going to send her on permanent assignment to the US to
Lending my expertise.
try
Defending the
to
VIP.
choke out, if at all possible, servants.
They got away.
Ugh, we're just rolling bad. This is really taking the hit in our ops. This isn't good.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, we'll do that for now. 0 to 0 for a success. Yeah, it's just because it's so hotly contested, the US is. Where are we at? We're 34 minutes into the episode, so we're moving along at a pretty good pace here.
Found something.
I know last episode we spent a long time going over comments, but that's generally, I'd like to say more of a testament to the comments details and the links and the importance of them, rather than anything wrong with the comments or really the setup here.
Ready.
Got through the comments, I think, pretty quickly. We'll see who this is hanging
Surveilling
out in
target.
alien land down here. Continue onward.
Offering counsel.
Looks like, what is that, Chile?
Defending the
Yeah.
VIP.
Mission in progress.
Still 59% chance to kill them. We'll keep rolling it. We've got 2 more
Nothing
shots after
unusual
this.
found.
We'll repeat that, counselor.
Problem solved.
There we go. Problem solved. So that's good. This is why I like the special ops so much.
Opinion is moving in our direction.
It really makes it to where you're not spending long blowing these aliens away and they're not doing all this weird stuff. We'll go to aliens. Yeah, so they finally put us on the threat level after assassinating 2. I'm not worried at all about my current threat level. Until they blow something up, I don't really give a shit. So hydrobiology's finished. I'm sure at most point people have seen this. But basically, the long and short version of this is that these things are really hard to kill, but they're slowed to breed. So there's not many of them. They're very much quality over quantity. And we've gotten the first senses of how their mind control works. So we need to research hydroferricites once it becomes commercially available. The next thing, of course, corridor diplomacy. And we will continue onward. We're at 1.1k science. We can check here. Oh, yeah. New control points in. Did they declare war on Venezuela? That's kind of hilarious. I mean, they could have just... Okay. Yeah, this is classic AI. I don't know what the golden goose was with my first couple of campaigns, but the more I play this game, the more I see the AI declaring wars with, like, the United States on Venezuela to take cracked down control points, burn a bunch of 3 of the USA's armies in here, then to immediately just crack down the points and leave it. It's like, I don't get it. I don't know. I used to be pro, like, yeah, the AI is pretty good at times, but I don't know.
We'll turn down the heat.
The illusion of grandeur, I guess, of the AI has been slowly slipping from my eyes. We're gonna do a survey here. Beijing, just make sure nobody's doing anything funny. We're chain repeating in the USA. Seems to be working okay. Org Marketplace. Nothing on the menu.
Ready for your orders.
Angel has stabilized as well, so we're going to do that again as well
We'll turn down
there,
the heat.
because we want to get back to spying for more counselors and, of course, stealing their admin orgs. Which is why we're boosting in the
We've got some
USA.
intel on our
One, to
target.
deny these control points and get us more influence, but also, 2, make it easier for our missions to go off in the USA,
Things
because,
are stabilizing.
quite frankly put, the
Things
USA
are
is
cooling
a
off.
hotbed for
People will come to
yeah,
our side.
for agents. You know, it's like you've got servants, initiative, and Exodus agents all gathering in the USA to party, pretty much. I want to take a quick peek at Mars. I feel like we should have gotten the research probes, or the survey probes back for the moons. We have. So we're gonna find outposts there on the moons. Yeah. This one's really far off, right? Yeah. Kuiper Belt thing. Not even that Kuiper Belt, just asteroid belt. But yeah, so we control the entirety of the moon. Both of, or not the moons, but the entirety of Mars, and both of Mars's moons, Phobos and Deimos. The main thing, initiative, protectorate. Gotta go at some point, really. They don't have nobles, so it's kind of meh. But at some point, clicking on these bases, we need to now save up boost for an outpost mining complex. And then, of course, solar collectors produce 3, and this is 9, so that's kind of meh. We could put down a fusion pile, but it does cost volatiles, which is kind of rough. But it's a 1-for-1 thing, so generally, I think it's probably going to be in our best interest to just put a mining outpost down and a fusion pile with it until we can get the upgraded solars. I don't want to run this episode too long. I want to start condensing these more down into shorter episodes that are easier to digest. We're not going to spend any special ops because our chances are
What's
actually
the op?
decent. Can we Hail Mary assassinate anybody? Sure, I guess, but kind of a waste. I want to actually investigate
Eyes
them.
on target.
I'm here.
So I'm going to try to keep this episode probably around 50 minutes. So we can do hydroferricides now. There's the arrival movements. But yeah, around 50 minutes. I want to try to get the comments knocked out either throughout the episode or really, really fast. And keep these shorter, more easy to digest. To make it to where we can try to actually get these episodes out one each day. I know this one, by the time you guys see it, is going to be like midnight in this day, so in reality for the 23rd of October, there isn't going to be like an actual episode on that day, which sucks. But hopefully if I post this and we go throughout the night, I'm not sure exactly where people are watching this from, but seeing as how we're English audience here, people could be technically from all time zones around the world, so it really leaves it up to interpretation. Oh, Bangladesh? That's Servant Counselor. Let's go find them.
Initiating surveillance.
Offering assistance.
Yeah, servant country to servant country. You've got to be kidding me. That'd be interesting if people wouldn't mind.
Nothing of note.
I don't think I have access to the YouTube analytics of people who watch from what country. But if you're interested in that and you're like,
Cooling off.
hey, I'm from X, hey, I'm from the western part of the USA and I tend to watch videos at, X amount of time, it's kind of interesting, kind of interesting to see where people are watching these from and how a game about global geopolitics and colonizing the solar system, fighting back the aliens, and humanity first and uniting humanity can bring people of all different backgrounds from all across the world together to find enjoyment in the same thing.
Heading to the LZ.
Reporting in.
So this person, servant counselor, we could assassinate them. We don't know what orgs they have, so first
We'll see what they're up to.
I'm here.
I'm going to double investigate them
Tracking target.
and try to find out what orgs they have.
Offering support.
I want to find out what orgs they have, and if no admin,
We've got
assassinate.
on our target.
If admin, take, then assassinate.
Person of interest.
We know how it
surveilled.
works at this point. So yeah, orgs, or works, service applications. No, but we'll go ahead and probably swipe one of those, since the old takey take launches first on the initiative order of the turn. We'll take and shoot on the same turn to blow her away.
Target destroyed.
Yep, Minneapolis is down. Boom, boom. We can see that they are actually under the control limit. So really, anytime we're assassinating their people, it's going to be losing them influence, weakening
Ready
their
to go.
stranglehold on the United States of America.
They won't
Being
see
over
me
CP
coming.
allows us
What's
to do
the
things more easily. Increasing unrest is actually getting more and more likely here. What we're actually going to do is make sure, I think India still has residual unrest, so does Pakistan. So we'll go India first,
We'll make
since
things
we're actually
safe.
leaving
Ready to
Dr.
go.
Pultz here.
Ready for orders.
Can we turn? This would be really good if we could get this. We're gonna Hail Mary for a couple turns.
Where do you need me?
Ready to go.
We'll investigate her
Ready
again,
for
see
my
if we
mission.
can't bump the chances more, but I think
Eyes
it's
on
at
target.
max at this point.
Where to?
And then we'll investigate this person, since they're a bit harder to see,
Investigating target.
maybe to satisfy the bloodlust of our Killbot 9000.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Oh,
Mission
yeah, so
abort.
they've gone to here, which has made the turning chance down to 0. So yeah,
have new
you're a dead
information.
man now, as far as I'm concerned. So that's an initiative person.
Mission aboard.
Yeah, mission abort. Go screw yourself. Corridor diplomacy. We're gonna wait till our guys have better stats to really do that. So we can have Xenoflora Defalorants, not bad, or Ferricites. We're gonna do Ferricites. We need a defense to Ferricites. researching parasites for humanity first.
Things are
Generally, you get idea. Our
stabilized.
CP limit is coming back under control. We are getting influence.
Is increasingly with us.
I'm not going to go up on a bunch of more over our influence again. We're going to actually back down on unity here and bump up knowledge in China because this is not rising as fast as I would want it to. Doing okay in funding, so we'll bring that down a little bit. We're going to keep funding going in India. It's okay. But in reality, we actually want this to be our research hub, so we want to fix this as fast as possible. And actually, we'll take back the funding on China here. Yeah, generally, we're pumping everything here. We're keeping it rolling. Arthur Boots, he can go back to... do we want to advise China? And the GDP is bigger nominal GDP. We're going to advise
Lending
China
my
for a little bit.
expertise.
I want to try to
Your
boost
orders?
the what we can. That agent we were trying to get for a long time went to ground. So
Gear
we'll
up.
blow whatever that
Ready for
is.
my
I'm sure
mission.
there's more, right? No. Okay, cool. We can send
Acknowledged.
her to investigate the alien activity
Standing by.
and send him to reduce unrest in Kazakhstan.
Restoring order.
Perfect. So we need boost. We're actually lacking on boost a lot, so we're going to cut this like down completely. Yep, go full boost here. I don't care anymore. Full boost, full boost. And we're gonna add a little bit of boost production here, just a tad. We need boost to get mines up. Habs are taking our boost. We're getting boost. Generally, just need more boost.
Offering counsel.
Yep. So he's increasing GDP, investment points by 21%. So more investment points, more GDP for more knowledge. We want to democratize China. You can see here the research is already just going through the roof. There's a crap load of people here.
Violence is
There is a
abated.
crap load of GDP here. If we can turn this into an actual democratic nation, China alone could be producing thousands of effective research
The
on its
people will
own.
come to our side.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Very, very good.
You
I just
contain
want to monitor
multitudes.
India here. We can shave
Every
off a
breath
little
you
bit of
take
unity
may
till this
contain
falls back down to
atoms of
5.
Tutankhamun,
In China, we're
Christ,
still falling, which is
or
good.
Asimov. For any human to think of
Inequality is
themselves
still
as
going up,
intrinsically apart
So
from
we'll go ahead and
others,
bump
is absurd.
inequality.
We are, all of us.
Yeah, I don't care about
Here's
your
what we
message. Yeah, found out about stuff there. So we can see 27% for not having any habs. I'd say that's pretty good for no Xeno labs. We really can't afford them. We're gonna start spamming a ton of LEO interface habs. That's a protectorate agent. Just go ahead and blow him away.
Your orders?
And send Angel here to get rid of
Going
that.
hot.
Reporting in.
Send her to investigate another counselor, and of course, the good old US of A,
We'll see
because
what
that is
they're
where
up
all
to.
of the alien sympathizers
Offering
are
support.
roaming. We keep boosting here. It seems kind of like a lost cause to keep boosting the United States of America. We're maintaining a
Mission is a
small
no-go.
piece of the pie. So that person went to ground. That sucks.
Tracking failed.
Tracking failed. Missile test. Perfect. I don't care about the response to the US, but yeah, we didn't actually get control of that event because of our...
Move the needle.
Yeah, it looks like they this little decrease here was
Score one for the good
what's it
guys.
called? US imposing sanctions, which toasted our GDP a little bit there so that sucks. So we're gonna have to course correct to fix some of this. That's very unfortunate. There's also a person hanging
Standing by
out
for orders.
in India. We're getting pretty close to about where I want to end it on time.
Tracking target.
So we'll go through this next turn.
Your orders?
Angel,
Digging
you can
into
go ahead
them.
here.
Standing by
She-
for orders.
I want you to just survey in India.
Surveilling
Find
target
out
area.
exactly who is here.
Ready
And
for
for you.
orders.
Public campaign. Bangladesh has already
We must
really
persuade
turned
the
from where we
people.
wanted it to be. Actually,
Ready.
start
Ready.
working your way into
I will
Pakistan
try
again.
to sway the public.
Arthur Poot's here. No admin orgs, so you increase administration, perfection. Iris administration +1. Yeah, I always want more espionage. You admin. That's not bad, but we've got better. You're a politician who needs persuasion. We have this aerospace organization, which is amazing. Where did this come from? I'm sure people were screaming at me, holy shit, you've got Valon's aerospace. So if we put this on her, it basically completes her. But if we put it on him, it really does fill him out, and we can actually give him this. So that's actually going to make him really, really good. So let's confirm assignments. Let's let this turn roll. Probe arrives. So this is a really good asteroid.
I will help them.
Initiating
Spine
surveillance.
here. We are surveying. We are doing all of the Aenes.
I have new information.
They work for Project Exodus in India. So I don't know why they're here, but they're up to no
Public
good.
opinion is moving in our
Well, it's
direction.
Project Exodus, so I honestly don't mind them. We'll permanent assignment in Pakistan. We're actually under our CP, so it's now about time to start getting another Chinese control point. Either we take another Chinese control point, or we fully take all of Pakistan or Bangladesh. And I'm sort of leaning towards the Pakistan-Bangladesh route, but also at the same time, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like just solidifying China and getting control of the executive in China is extremely important for what I'm trying to do. Let's stabilize this nation. I want to take a look at this guy now that he's actually has the... Okay, so the admin stuff did apply. He's not a quick learner, so we can't give him anything like that. You never actually did finish you, so there you go, administration. What do you do? You're a spy, right? So you need like this, basically. Landmark servant systems wouldn't be bad for you, so we'll give you that. 21, 24, 8. You're missing 2. This wouldn't be good on you, neither would this. So we're gonna hold out. Yeah. We'll hold out on her till we get something we actually want. Angel, of course, we'll send this down here.
Where do you need me?
And with our spy, she's now good enough to really do a lot of the investigating for us here. So this person is really hard to find out, so that just makes me even
Surveilling
more
target.
curious
At your service.
of who they are. And what are you doing? Okay, you're reducing unrest. Alright, so that's pretty long in the runtime here. I want to try to keep these more short. Even though it's a shorter runtime, I think with the way I went through comments, I think a bit faster. I think I'm getting better at it. You can let me know if you think I went through them too quick or too sporadically or didn't talk about them enough. But I think I gave each comment its time in the limelight, if you could say that. So where are we leaving off? I'll give you guys a quick overview of where we left off, so that way you generally know. So this is what China's stats look like. This is what India's stats are looking like. This is what the United States of America's stats are looking like. Take a little peek at the Eurasian Union, European Union, UK, Brazil, Japan. Whoa, 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 too quick there. Japan, and Indonesia. Little quick peek at all of the different things. Victor 6 is still in orbit. No operations are assigned, so I'm sort of convinced it's doing, what is it, surveillance missions, but I also still feel like there's an alien agent on board. Aliens are getting Oh, actually not that pissed at me. So we can continue to shoot them in the head, as far as I'm concerned. We are finally back under the CP limit, so of course, with our buffer of influence, I'm looking to probably go right back over that limit to fully take all of China. Well, I think that is where I'm going to leave it off. With this quote from Socrates here, man must rise above the earth, to the top of the atmosphere and beyond, for only thus will he fully understand the world in which he lives. So we'll end on that Socrates quote. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, in this series in very particular, comment. Comments are the lifeblood of the series. Truly, the comments are exactly what this whole series is about. The series is fueled by comments. The more comments we get, so I don't think I ever went back to the thing I started about talking about on space in between episodes. Generally, the faster comments are left, and the more, I guess, related to gameplay and decisions and etc., will probably end up accelerating how fast I record the next episode. So if we get a ton of comments left on an episode, say from a evening episode, really, really fast, well, I might wake up that morning, record an episode, and if I have the time, and then post it. And if I get back from work at that point and we see a ton of more comments at that point, well, if I see, 10, 20 comments on that morning's episode of what you guys watched, and then it's well, at that point, really no point in waiting for more comments. We've got them. So yeah, big thing, comments, keep them rolling. They're all appreciated. I read all of the comments. I think in this episode in particular, I read every single comment under the 4th episode. But even if I don't read your comment out loud in the episode, do note that I am either going to read and respond to it in the actual comment section under the video or in the own. I do see every comment. I do appreciate every comment. Well, that is all for this time. Thank you all for watching.